Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, Karmaroos.
I am learning to love and appreciate the good morning, good evening, good night. So
It's growing on
all of
you.
the hatred and slander that I have spewed over these weeks over you doing that needs to go away.
Yeah, no, I'm good. No more crying.
Well,
The tears are gone.
okay.
So yesterday I had my procedure done. I got it. It's called a D&E, not DNC.
Oh, I
Something like
wonder if they changed it.
no. There's two different things. Like DNC, I think is typically before 13 weeks, and then D&E is after 13 weeks. So I don't really know why I got a D&E because I wasn't after 13 weeks. Anyway, I would like to say though that I started passing it on my own the night before and it was so painful. I was like it was awful. And so like I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. to go to the hospital and I was so nervous I was going to get there and I'd be like I started bleeding. Are you still going to do this? But they still did it. My doctor, chef kisses. She's so nice. It was so nice to see her. She was like asking how Leah and Bex were because she delivered Bex. I was in a good mood. I was excited to just like have this chapter close. Surgery went well. I feel great. I had it yesterday.
I'm glad that you're feeling better. And I'm like, obviously, don't wish these circumstances on you or
No.
anyone, but like, truly your outlook has really put things into perspective for me just in general. Like I
Yeah.
think that you're helping so many people, not just by like what you're going through, but like your mindset and your outlook on everything is helping just me see things differently.
I appreciate that. I love you.
I love you.
Did
And
you know, before we came to your lip topic, I had a meeting with my fertility doctor, and I wish I knew these stats prior to getting into trying to conceive, all the things. Did you know that it's like 40 to 50% of pregnancies end in miscarriage?
yeah, I did know that.
That's a wild number, right?
Like
Like
often people don't know that if you're late for your period,
you probably had a miscarriage.
yes, and if there is a chance that you could be pregnant, it is most likely a
Mhm.
miscarriage.
Yeah.
And that's like a weird, my doctor told me that when I had secondary infertility after Lincoln, and I guess it would have not been secondary, it would have been like after my second child. I guess it's still secondary infertility, but he told me that. He's like, if there is a chance that you are pregnant, that you could
Hmm.
be pregnant, and then your period is late, but it's coming up negative, that is most likely like, but I guess it would be more of like a, and people will listen to this and correct us if we're wrong, like more of like a chemical pregnancy where
Hmm.
it is gone before you even know you're pregnant, but it still doesn't like change the fact that like that's an insane thought.
It is. And like, but knowing that it's like so common, like it makes you feel less like it's your fault, right? Like it's just so common that like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And also my fertility doctor, I'm pissed because two things I'm pissed about. One thing, she was like looking at my chart, she's like, "Oh, it looks like they might have triggered you too early for your retrieval," which ultimately led to a poor quality retrieval. And I'm like, and that wasn't what we were talking about, but she said it so nonchalantly and I'm like, "Are you going to pay for my another retrieval then since you guys fucked up?" Didn't
Did you
say
say
that.
that?
No, I didn't say it. But she said people of my age, which I wish I would have known, she said people my age typically take 4 transfers to find a successful
But
pregnancy.
see, like that's the type of information that you should have gone into
Yeah.
knowing. Like, why are
Yeah.
you just now finding that out?
Like after I did my retrieval, the doctor was like, "Oh, this is fine. Normally people your age have to do 2 retrievals." Like tell me that before.
Right.
Like
So you can go like obviously it's not, it might not go exactly according to that, but like you could
yeah.
have some baseline knowledge
Yeah.
so that you could mentally prepare. And not saying it's going to be any easier, it's still just as
No.
hard, but it's just like the principle of like knowing what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. So,
I'm
learned a
sorry.
lot of things. Again, I appreciate all the like I've had so much support over these past few days. People obviously resonating with me and just like the kind messages were just so nice. I bought a new couch and so I read them while I was on my new couch yesterday. That's all. We're going to wrap up miscarriages and all the things. Until next time.
Until next time.
Next year, I'll try again.
And I'll fully support you and be here if you need me.
All right, give me an update on your lip.
Okay, so for anyone new here, I had a neck lift back in August and I chopped off my double chin so that I could have a snatched jawline. And for the most part, I'm healing very well. With that being said, I still have temporary, and I'm putting that in air quotes for anyone listening and not watching, in quotes, temporary paralysis of my lower bot, like my lower left lip. And
Mm-hmm.
allegedly that is from the swelling pushing on the nerve causing the temporary paralysis. Um, it's been 2 months and 3 days since my surgery, and I'm still not seeing any difference in the paralysis. So, went to my follow up with Dr. Ho yesterday and did just like had a conversation about like what options I have to try to get the nerve back to functioning and regenerating. The
Mm-hmm.
options were steroid injections and or I believe it's called RPR, not PRP. It might be PRP. I don't know, one of them, which is sort of like a vampire facial, which I have done before, where they draw blood from your arm, spin it down, take the plasma out of it, and then inject it into your face. And the idea behind that is to like regenerate. It's like
Mm-hmm.
growth. Um, you want to do like regrowth in the cells and the nerve. And so I basically opted to do both. But then the doctor did warn me that if I did steroid injections, that it could actually prevent full healing because it can create muscle atrophy, which is like
Yeah. Like build up.
almost, she said it would like create a divot. Like it
Mm-hmm.
would create such like muscle atrophy that it would like create a divot there versus like actually fixing the problem. And so we opted for like the plasma injections and then anti-inflammatory injection, but not the steroids. Now, with that being said, I'm swollen more than I was from all of the injections. I think I got injected between the um, plasma and the anti-inflammatory probably between 5 and 10 times
Mm-hmm.
in this area. The injection for the anti-inflammatory shit was so painful that I was like holding on for dear life, like
Mm-hmm.
truly so painful. And obviously no relief because it's more swollen today. So I go back in a month to see one, if there's any progress, or two, like what our next steps are if there is not. I have heard that people who have had temporary paralysis, sometimes it can take up to a year to come back, which I'm not okay with. So we're just going to do our best and hope for the best.
It looks great. Like it looks a lot better than it did.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It does. Like you could like I feel like when I first saw like videos of you, I was really obvious. Like I wouldn't be able to even tell now.
I did get one unit of Dysport a couple weeks ago that did not work on this side to sort of paralyze
Mm-hmm.
this side. And they did add another unit of Dysport over here yesterday just to like try to even it out.
Yeah.
And so we'll give it like a month and see where we're at. But it's hard because I love the results of my chin. And I don't regret that at all. I think that I'm really, really happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously this is like I'm still on camera seeing myself every day. So I basically traded one problem for another. But I'm trying to be more positive about it with your outlook and insight and things like that. And outside of that, I came home from my appointment yesterday and went right to football and basketball. We had 3 kids and 2 sports yesterday, and so it was a really long day.
Yesterday.
Yeah, between all of this and then sports afterwards.
I just realized that I don't have any jewelry on.
I hate when I do that. I feel so
I
naked. The
took
other
it
day I
off
did the
from
same
the
thing.
surgery. How are you otherwise? How are you doing with all the thing? Are you going to Texas at all? Like, do you have to go down there?
Yeah, so I'll go November 6th and then I'll come home on the 10th
Mm-hmm.
for the burial.
Mm-hmm. Is he getting buried?
He's not getting buried, but they're doing like a memorial situation because he was a Marine. So they're gonna do like a headstone situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sister, my aunt, and I are gonna split up his ashes and I sent urns down to them in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. I've never had someone's ashes before, so it feels a little weird. especially because we didn't have a relationship, it almost
Yeah.
feels, it even feels weird, like the messages that I've gotten about him and like his passing, and also people have reached out like, thank you for sharing your story because it helped me decide what I'm going to do. Like that is
Yeah.
so helpful. But when people say I'm so sorry for your loss,
Hmm.
feels very foreign because it doesn't really feel like my loss. It like almost feels like I'm a fraud. Like I'm not allowed to grieve this because we didn't have a relationship. And so in that way, I don't even know how to grieve it. And
Yeah.
I was crying to my therapist yesterday because I was like, I don't know how to grieve, and I also don't have time. Like I have not had a single minute to like sit down and think about it, talk about it really outside of the podcast. There's only a few minutes that we like are on each subject.
Yeah.
So I was telling her that like some of my emotions are coming out in other places that they normally wouldn't. And she said, well, you're like a pressure cooker, Kail. Like if
Yeah.
you're not having time to grieve here and you're having a lot of feelings about this, but they never get addressed, they never get talked about, and they never go anywhere, and you are over here and you get in an argument at work about something, you're gonna let it out over here because all of this stuff is like seeping out. So like if there's a crack in the foundation, it's just gonna implode. And I'm like, okay, but I still, that doesn't help me with like my time. Like I don't have time right now to grieve. I don't even have time to go to Texas. I'm just making it happen.
Do you ever have time?
Well, it's just like, and that's for everybody. Like life
Yeah.
is just gonna go on, and that's so fucking sad. Is like life stops for nobody.
Yeah, I think that it's important to recognize though, like like people that grieve someone like this is not necessarily the grief of the death itself, but like you're gonna grieve on like conversations that you should have been able to have that you're no longer gonna be able to have, right? Like you're gonna grieve those moments, those like healing aspects of yourself that you no longer be able are able to get, right? Like it's not like grief is it's layered in a million different ways. I was just talking to my friend Danny about it yesterday. We're taught we're taught at such a young age how to know what like a triangle is or what like, but why aren't we taught about grief since it like is happening so much or will happen so much throughout our life. I hope to be able to teach my kids like grief at like in a healthy way to help them prepare for the inevitable throughout life. But it's just sad, like us as adults, like how unprepared we were to be able to grieve. Like it's just no one, everyone struggles with it. Everyone struggles with how to process it. What I was going to say before though, I had someone on for the haters who had a child that passed away and their dad that passed away, and she had a really bad relationship with her dad's, and she left his ashes in her car in the dashboard because she didn't want his ashes to be close to anyone in the house. And so she just like left them there because she was like didn't want like the energy to be intertwined.
I mean, that's one way to do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've seen people like wear their ashes like in a necklace or
Yeah,
something.
Larry's ashes are still in a box in my under like the cat food at my mom's house.
Put some respect on Larry's name.
We should like sprinkle some up here or something. I don't
Like
know.
just like shake him wherever he loved to be.
He he liked his cats, so I guess that's a good place to be for now.
Oh, I've been given the option to get like, I'm pretty sure both my grandparents were cremated,
Yeah,
cremated. Um,
cremated.
and I want to ask my uncle, like, do I? But he might have them buried. Like, he might have like buried them under the headstones or whatever. But, um, interesting. Well, I hope you find a new home for Larry's ashes. Truly.
Do you want some of Larry?
Yeah, I do actually. He was there for my first IPA or whatever the fuck you had me drinking that one day. So yeah. Oh, I completely forgot to tell you. I have really good news for you, for us. Um, Karma and Chaos won 2 awards. Yeah, we won in the LGBTQ plus award for Karma
Nice.
Signal Award. Yeah, in that category, LGBTQ plus. I usually say IA plus, but anyways. And then the second one that one was a
Mhm.
silver signal award. And then the second one is the Buddy podcast, and we won bronze.
That's exciting.
Yeah, Karma and
And
Chaos, 2 awards. So
happy 1 year of Karma
happy
and
one
Chaos.
year. We won 2 awards for our 1 year.
I feel as if you will be just that head has just gotten so much bigger for winning an LGBTQ plus award. Like anytime that someone questions you, you're just like, I won
I thrive. Like
a
when
gay
people are like,
award.
Kail, are you gay? Yes, I am. Like I can cook. Thank you so much. You know what I
They
mean?
can recognize me with an award.
Thank you for considering me as part of this community. Truly.
You know what? That makes me really happy. We haven't won an award yet.
I
Now
know.
we have.
And now we have 2 for our 1 year. So
Do
now
we
we
get
have
like a plaque or something?
yeah, I believe we get like actual awards.
I'm gonna put them in my new office.
Yeah, we have to. Like
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 things I want to talk about. I don't know if we've talked about this before. Do you recline your seat on an airplane?
This one's tricky for me because if it's like a short flight, I'm not getting comfortable because you end up having to put your shit back like 45 minutes before you land. So if it's like a 2 or 3 hour flight, no, because I don't want to be comfortable for 1 hour and uncomfortable for 2. So no. If it's a long flight, yes.
Do you hate when people put their seat back?
I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm like. Just so I put my seat back when I get on a plane. Like my seat is going back. I don't give a shit if the person in front of me puts their seat back. I don't understand why it's such a hot topic.
Is it a hot topic?
Such a hot topic. People will bitch and complain all the time about people
Well,
putting
here's a
their seat back.
solution. If
Don't.
you don't like it, buy first class because there's more room and it won't fucking matter if they put their seat back because you'll have so much more room that it won't matter. So if you don't fucking like it, shut the fuck up or buy first class. I'm so tired of people. This is like, you know what this is triggering me from? This is triggering me from when I would like bitch and complain about my ex all the time and then I stayed. Like that's where I'm taking this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I needed to shut the fuck up and stop bringing every fucking cheating scenario to him if I was going to stay anyway. If you don't like your seat, your space being invaded, do something about it or shut up.
Round of applause. Also, why do we have to put our seat back up for takeoff and for landing?
Honestly, I'll never understand that because military planes they have their seats backwards and like it's safer and it's supposed to be like better. It's the same way like car seats are backwards, whatever.
Mhm.
So like if we're already being so unsafe that our seats are facing forward, why do we have to put them back?
It just like, does it change the like
No,
anything like
I
that?
don't think so. Somebody might argue with fucking me about aerodynamics or some bullshit. I don't know, but no. Half the people on the plane aren't even wearing their seatbelts. So what are we really doing?
I don't know. What are we doing? I hired to so I've been working on my new office above my garage, and I had hired someone to come help me, and then he got sick, so that's when I just started doing it myself. Like I did the framing, I did the insulation, I did it all myself. And then I needed help with drywall. And so I asked my friend Dan, Dan, to
Yeah.
come and help, and so he did. But then the guy that I hired texted me that he was going to come too. And like putting 2 people that like are used to being working by themselves like in a room together is so uncomfortable. Like 2 men, yeah, it was
Is it
so
like an ego thing?
what?
Is it like an ego thing?
Yeah, for sure. Because like general contractors have their own quirks of like the way they do things and like what needs to be done. And dude, I had to leave. I was so uncomfortable.
So did you tell Dan to leave or like?
No. Dan's great. He stayed. He's gonna help me
So you just
after.
let them both like bug it
Yeah,
out in this space together?
yeah, I did.
Oh, I don't. That would make me so uncomfortable. I would have to tell someone to leave. And I'm lying right through my teeth because I would never tell someone to leave unless
Yeah.
I'm
I
comfortable with.
wanted to get the most done that I possibly could. So, um, hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'll have a new podcast space to record, a new office detached from the house to have my own privacy and space. It'll have an extra spare bedroom up there. Then next year we'll put a bathroom.
Yeah. So much
Um,
for activities.
I want your opinion on something.
Okay.
So I just reopened my because I have to start recording again. I have about 5 more episodes left that I batch recorded, and so I just reopened my for the haters for people to submit if they want to come on. I have like 60 submissions already, which is wild. So I've had people reach out to me, and I'm curious of what your like at what your thoughts are on this. So obviously, for the haters is a very like emotional. Every episode is kind of like heavy. Someone, a couple, I've heard it from a couple people now that they were like, "Oh, you should throw in just like some different kinds of stories in the mix so that they're not that heavy all the time." And which I battle with because I could bring on someone like how did you find success, right? Like what just hearing people's life stories, but doesn't that take away from the point of what For the Haters is like having hard conversations? But on the other hand, if you have some like positive things thrown into it, will it increase viewership because you're not just having all these dark things? I don't know.
This feels like a double-edged sword because you could try it. I have noticed for myself in projects that people resonate with pain more.
For sure.
And I'll use my books, for example. Pride Over Pity was really painful and it made New York Times bestseller. Hustle and Heart was more of like the silver linings and what I learned from my marriage and my divorce and like what I'm taking away from it. It
Mm-hmm.
flopped. So it's hard to say. Like for me specifically, people love to see me fucked up. Like my content that is like depressing does significantly better than my content that's happy, unfortunately. For
Mm-hmm.
you, if people are asking, like, is it, here's the thing too, like, if you're looking at the feedback, how many people are saying, can you add something that is positive or happy or successful? Because I think that is, if it's 1 or 2 people, we're not
Yeah.
listening to 1 or 2 people. If it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, I think that needs to get some
No,
consideration.
it is just like a handful of people right now. So I think that's a
I
good.
mean, if you wanted to give it a try, I would try with one. I wouldn't try with 1 or 2, see how they perform. And then I wouldn't like do like 5 or 10 of them because if
Mm-hmm.
they're even worse than like some of the heavier topics, then obviously you just wasted 10 episodes on positivity that people don't want to hear about. But do 1 or 2 and see what happens.
And then my other thing is, like I said, I have over. Let me see what I'm at now. In the past 2 days, I have 56 submissions. That would fill a full year of content, right? So, like, is it crazy to put out more than one episode in a month?
Before you
Or
do that, are there anybody that deserve part 2 that you have recently that you've aired and had a really good response to that need an update or a part 2?
not that, not that like rings a bell.
Okay, well then what are you saying? You don't want to record with 52 people?
No, I'm saying like, do I put like 5 episodes out a month instead of 4 somehow, just so that there's more stories, or just keep it
If
going?
you're up for that work, I think yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead and do it. There's nothing wrong with you putting out more.
Now with a baby, I have to figure out. I just had a conversation with Leah about it too. Like we're gonna have to figure out if I maybe I'll just go back to doing like Sunday night recordings, like Sunday evening, like having a set time. When I was recording, I was recording 3 episodes each Sunday. Well, thanks for your input. And if you're
I don't
listening,
I don't know if that was helpful or if it
check
meant.
out For the Haters.
Yeah, truly. Everybody check out For the Haters. Please go look like her on Instagram and listen to an episode. Like share it with someone. Look through the topics. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you are looking for something specific, I guarantee you that Becky probably has a podcast episode on it Separate from that, I'm getting a new phone. And I never transfer anything from any of my phones ever. Like I could not
Mhm.
tell you, maybe 2010 was the last time I like transferred. I usually just start over. Like I start a new iCloud, I start a new everything, and nothing gets backed up. And then I cry about it in a year because it's like, where's that picture? And the picture never got uploaded, and I don't remember the password from my previous phone. You know what I mean? So I have all my phones in my closet, but I don't know how to get into them without getting rid of the pictures and like resetting them. So I say all that to say that today I have help to transfer
Mhm.
and then also upload pictures somewhere so that I can get to them. But the work that is one, I'm blessed. Thank you to the universe for even putting me in a position to have a new phone. But like also the work that is putting into a new phone stresses me out. And I don't want to think about it because I feel like it would take hours and hours to do something like this. And it's really stressful.
Why do you need a new phone?
Because I'm a content creator, Rebecca.
You should get the Meta glasses and start making content with them. Oh God, never mind.
Wait, no, I know what those are and they freak me out. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Somebody could be recording me and I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody could be wearing them while I'm cussing someone out. And
And you
now it's,
won't know. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't think
Mhm.
that's safe. Is it AI or is it meta glasses? I'm scared.
AI has turned a corner, huh?
So AI is freaking me out because the way that I'll scroll on my Facebook, and I'm not like, if something happens, like I'm nervous because I'll scroll on my Facebook and it will literally be a picture or an interview of me. And I never said any of that shit.
Yeah, you sent me a video of a bear and an old woman, and you thought it was real.
Well, it was just like, why are they doing that? Like, why are they trying to play on my heartstrings? And
Did
like,
you did you see all the AI videos of Jake Paul?
yeah, but he did that on purpose.
I know, those were so good.
Listen, here's the thing. If I'm getting paid with Jake Paul money, if people are going to pay me, they can use me and my likeness for AI if they are paying me.
Yeah, it is an interesting concept though, like
But
people
people
using
are
AI and using people like
they're making money off of my
yeah.
name, my likeness through AI without my permission. Like you there's this one person that's like taking all my snaps, like my
Mhm.
on Snapchat and like creating TikTok videos and posting them. And if she's in the like creator fund, she's getting paid off of my Snapchat videos.
And that's not legal, right?
I honestly don't know anymore. Like I
Yeah.
don't because if I can't get a hold of like who she is and it's just like a fake username,
Mhm.
how would I ever like do anything about it?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the day to like see a video of you doing something and like
Please don't. Like just don't.
I did try to use the one video thing of doing like a kangaroo in a kayak down the river. It was really funny.
Well, so I saw this AI trend of like where it looks like a weird person is like in your
In
house
your
and just
house.
try to do it and AI was like, "Wait, let me see if I still." It was like this goes against our like guidelines or something. I'm like, "Well, then how the fuck is everybody else doing it and I can't do it?" Oh, I don't have it anymore. But it was like this depicting a homeless person is like bullying essentially is like what it said. It was like we cannot depict a homeless person in a derogatory manner or whatever. And I'm like, I'm just trying to prank somebody. I wanted to make one of the kids with ghost face behind him
Hmm.
and it was like we cannot do this. And I'm like, well, how's everybody else doing it?
That's what I mean. We need someone on the team that's an expert in AI videos, AI pictures, you know?
Yeah, let me know.
Do you get road rage?
No.
I find it so like I do not get any road rage. I do not get mad at people driving. I sometimes will be like, "Huh, wonder what's wrong with that person," or like it feels so like you're letting yourself get worked up over like something of like I don't know. Sometimes when I say this because sometimes if I know I made a mistake, like I feel so guilty. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so like they're coming to yell at me, and I'm like, my bad if I cut someone off. But
Oh, I'm
then
out mouth like I'm so sorry. I'm so and they're
yeah,
like they don't Nobody
And then
cares.
sometimes I just give someone a thumbs up when they're angry at me. I'm just like,
Oh
and it
no.
just pisses them off even more.
I don't really piss anyone off when I'm driving, except the cops.
And the kids in your car.
No, the kids in my car, they're pissed off on their own. They're fighting each other, giving each other black eyes, whatever.
When you were younger, did
My mom's
you
in the car.
did what? What did you say? What did what did you say?
My lips fucked up. You said when you were younger, and I said my mom smoked in the car. Like Susie was like, "Put your window up. You're making it worse by letting the smoke go across your face." I'm like, "Fuck you, Susie." Anyways, when I was younger, what?
Did you used to like run the shower and just lay on the bathroom floor?
Wait, no, but no, I didn't lay on the bathroom floor, but I just would just run the shower and then not shower, and then I caught one of my kids doing that, and hell froze over. I was pissed. I was pissed.
I used to like also I would take my like the thermometer and I would put it to the light to make it so that it looked like I had a temperature so that I didn't have to go to school.
Oh, Susie never made me go to school, so I never I didn't have to worry about that. I went on my own volition. The temp that's good. Putting it by the light is good.
Yeah. Wait,
That's
which kid got caught running the shower?
Elliot.
Elliot, come
It was
on.
3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. That was the last time we really butted heads because I'm like, what are we doing?
What are we
Either
doing?
he's
There
better
was
than
a really great thread on the Facebook group talking about Throne of Glass and fantasy books.
oh
Did you start Fourth Wing yet?
no, I haven't read in 12 days because let me tell you something. I'm struggling with this, and maybe you can help give me perspective. I don't really need it, but it might help. I love my kids, and I know that they are only going to be this age one time. And so I keep that in mind every single night when they ask me to lay with them. And so last night, for example, we had football and basketball, and we got home at 8:57 p.m.
Hmm.
Okay? Let that sink in, 8:57. And because football was almost directly after school, and then basketball was directly after football, we still had to shower and eat and go to bed. Well, by the time I get everyone in their showers and fed, now I have to shower. Then they want me to lay with them. I know that this could be solved by not doing so many sports, but it's not really fair to the kids because I'm tired that they can't go to sports.
Hmm.
So I want to lay with them every single night. I also need to wind down myself. Like I just need 30 minutes, an hour to like wind down, but I no longer have that. I have not been able to read at night, which is normally how I was getting so much of my reading done because I'm not getting down to my room until 10:30, 11 o'clock. And by that point, I don't have it in me to read
Hmm.
anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm just struggling with like, on one hand, I want to be like, my kids are only going to be this age one time. And I don't know what to do because
When
it's
you
like,
lay with them, do you talk to them or are you just laying with them?
no, like so right now, because the twins are in their own room, I have Creed doesn't share a room with anyone anymore, but I do have an extra bed because sometimes if Lincoln's not home, then Lux will want to go in there. So right now the setup is Creed has his own room and then Lux and Lincoln wanted to share. So they have two beds in there. Typically what's happening is Lincoln and Lux now want me to lay with them. They have for a long time. So I'll go lay with Lux. And then when he falls, I rub his back. And then when he falls asleep, then I go lay with Lincoln. And then I rub his back. And then when he falls asleep, then I'll go see if Creed is still awake. If Creed is still awake, because Creed does not ask for me as much as he used to. Like he still does
Mhm.
sometimes. So by the time I'm now laid with three different children, and it could be 20 minutes each, 30 minutes each. Do you know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
it's late.
Sounds like a perfect opportunity for you to put a little earbud in, and take a little listen to Fourth Wing.
You're like solutions all over. Um,
Literally. When I put Bex to bed, when I'm feeding him, I'll put an audiobook on.
but then, but then what's happening too? Because I also typically have three books going at the same time: Kindle, audio, physical.
Hmm.
because I just do. Um, there is so much going on that now in the car, I no longer want to listen to anything. I don't want to listen to music. Don't want to listen to a book. I need silence because I have this much time every day by myself. Sometimes I don't have any time by myself except for when I take a shit. So, and that doesn't happen as often as it should. So,
I
what
think that you could listen to an audiobook while you put them to bed.
fair. I've never thought about putting an earbud in during that time. So,
Yeah.
because it does need to be quiet for them, but like it doesn't have to be quiet for me. That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Thank
I love
you.
it. Yeah.
Start fourth wing tonight.
Probably not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I
Are you
also
gonna, what?
I did tell the kids that this weekend that they can sleep in my bed because it would be way easier for them to come lay in my bed this weekend than for me to go lay with 3 different children. We could just all have a slumber party in my room. So they're going to sleep in my room. I don't care how late they stay up. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sleep this weekend.
I want to sleep with all you guys. What the hell?
Come on.
I have things to do this weekend.
Mm.
I need to get back up there.
I also need to get back there.
Yeah, we need to get some things in the calendar.
Agreed.
Speaking of making plans, I've been going. I've talked about this a bunch of times. I've been going through one of those moods again where I'm like frustrated at life a little bit because I feel like if I don't make plans with people, like I would just never see them.
Please don't take that personally.
No. It's not about you.
No. I know.
Oh,
You would tell me if it was about me. I feel like we have
yeah.
that relationship at this point where you would say that to
Yeah.
me.
I just feel like I only see people because I'm asking to see people.
Just think about it though, because there are certain people that, yes, you would never hear from them if it wasn't for you. But then there are certain people like me
Mhm.
who it's not for lack of caring, it's for my attention span is this big because I have 7 kids that are climbing all over my body all day. Do you know what I'm saying? So like it's not
Mhm.
because I didn't think of you. It's not because I'm not reaching out, and I'm speaking more for like if that's happening to me, I'm sure it's happening to other people as well. So just try to be careful like if you're about to start making cuts.
I'm not making cuts. I just
Okay.
get disappointed because like it's like when you see people doing things and it's like, "Oh, I would have done that too if I was asked."
Oh, I
You
get
know?
that. Like you just want to be included. Like,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to come to this event? And it's like, no, I
Yeah.
can't. Thanks for thinking of me.
Dude, I literally don't think I say no to anyone. I
Well, you
said,
said no to me before.
"What?"
I invited you somewhere last weekend and you said you had to go to your brother's
You
birthday.
asked me the day before. Yeah, I couldn't go. Cuz
I think it was like 2 days before.
Okay, well I had my brother's surprise birthday party, which was a valid thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh, speaking of this, I really want to talk about this. I just succumb to the madness of it. I get so fucking pissed at videos that were solely made to piss you off. You
Oh,
know,
rage.
like there's videos like cooking videos where people just do things blatantly wrong to piss you off or like build something in like just the complete remote like ruin something good to build it in a way that's just like outrageous. You know what I'm talking about?
Rage bait.
It is so frustrating. But I watch them. I'm like, why are they doing it like this?
I don't care about them except for when I fall for it. Like the one time that this mom gets on there and she's like, I Venmo requested for a play date. And she like talked about how she had this little girl at her house and Venmo requested for the snacks and the wear and tear on her couch and the shit like that. And I lost my fucking mind.
And it was just rage bait.
It was just rage bait. They really go viral. So like maybe they're on this.
There is someone that made a TikTok account of a mom and 3 kids, and she's talking about how her husband died, maybe, or is on disability, and it's AI and asking for money, and like has multiple videos where it looks real, but like you can just if you use a little bit of like
Common sense or
common
like
sense,
critical thinking.
you can tell that it's AI. But like people are not one single comment said it was AI. All the comments are like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
This goes back to our conversation about AI though. Like it's so scary because you don't even have to put like a fucking disclaimer on it.
No.
That's terrifying, actually.
Yeah. I like commented, I was like, guys, this is AI. Like, even like,
I
that's
just don't know.
scary.
Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
I can read it. It's like literally only a sentence long. This says, I was eavesdropping on my teenager's phone call, trying to catch her in a lie. Instead, I tripped over the laundry basket, screamed, and I gave myself away. She hasn't trusted me since. Karma or chaos? That's pure karma.
Karma. It's
Yeah.
karma.
Do you monitor your kids' phones?
Yes.
Is that
I don't,
normal?
I would hope. I mean, here's the thing though, like I'll go through it just to make sure that like we're not having inappropriate conversations, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like spy on them to get the information. I will literally say, hand me your phone, I'm gonna look through it. And
Oh,
it's at random.
they know you're doing it. It's not
Yeah,
like
like
behind
I'm
their
not
back.
gonna be sneaky about it because that just is creating a recipe for distrust and not, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why just tell your kid you want to go through their phone? Period. I pay for it. Let me go through it.
I couldn't imagine my parents asking to go through my phone when I was a kid, though. That's what, like,
Well, the thing is, like, you run the risk of like some parents will be like, put your phone on the counter before you go to bed, and you don't
mhm.
know if they're going through it.
Yeah.
So then you're already going to be sneaky because of the chances that they're going to go through it. Now they're going to be sneaky and delete everything.
What's an appropriate age that a kid can get a phone?
My opinion on that is going to be that it varies by the child and their responsibilities, their maturity. Like the short answer to that, Lux has increasingly um, becoming, persistent about the phone. And I'm like, well, you don't go anywhere by yourself. You're not at an age where you go anywhere by yourself. This is more for entertainment and games. I'm not doing it. At the
Mhm.
point that I'm dropping you off at practice or you're home by yourself, then you'll get a phone. But for right now, he doesn't
What
need
grade
it.
is Lux in?
He's in third grade.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's pretty early.
It's like, and Lincoln had one at this age, Elliot didn't. So it's like
Yeah.
Elliot didn't really play sports or get dropped off anywhere. Now Elliot, he's doing after school stuff, so he's not coming home on the bus or like, things like that. He's, I don't know. And then Lincoln, he's sometimes getting dropped off at a practice, or
Yeah.
he's like the other day, Lux had a basketball game, but Lincoln had soccer practice. So obviously I went to the game and not the practice. Well, I dropped him off with his aunt, and he needed the phone because then he needed to be able to text me, hey, are you picking me up, or is Nina dropping me off, like that kind of thing. And so I really think it varies. The answer varies by kid.
What about social media?
Again, I think it varies by kid, maturity, family. Like it's hard for me because it's like, where does my moral compass and my like ethical code stand with like my kids? Like on one hand, our social media is a business even for them,
Mhm.
but then you like that has to be his choice, right? Like
Yeah.
I ask my kids now, and I have for a long time, if I can post certain things because they don't want to be, if they do or don't want to be on social media. um I think it depends. Does the kid want to be on social media? Are they old enough? Do they like, what is their intention? And so like I have a girlfriend, well, Sterling, she would
Yeah.
ask me about her daughter and TikTok and stuff, and I'm like, you can make it, uh, safer, but like at the end of the day, it's the internet and anything can happen, especially with AI. So like
Yeah. The
our
internet scares me with kids.
well, now that AI is like scaring me as an adult, it's scaring me for my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, moral of the story is that was karma. Eavesdropping on your daughter without just asking.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I would rather build a relationship off of trust and understanding and
Mhm.
than to be sneaky with my kid's phone.
Well, it was great catching up with you. Hopefully, we can get IRL soon. But we're back. I feel like kind of the past month has just been a little weird, but we're back. We're back, baby.
We are back, and go get you some Karma Roo merch
Merch.
for the haters. Where can people